Welcome back to our Rent to Own mini-series, part 2. We'll look at some of the frequently asked questions. And to get started, the first one is, what's the difference between a rent to own model and a mortgage? Now, typically, a mortgage is a type of a home loan that is acquired to purchase any form of real estate. So it could be anywhere from a property or land, and the property is used as collateral to secure the loan. Now, the difference when it comes to a rent to own model, how it differs from a mortgage is that a rent to own model, especially within the Kenyan context, is a stretched payment plan with the aim of making it affordable for you and I to be able to own property. So you'd be looking at a period of anywhere from 5 years all the way up to 20 years. We'll also, in part 3 of this series, we'll also now delve deeper and just look at the differences between, again, a rent to own and a mortgage in more detail, just so that we can, shed more light on that. Now, the second question that we've received is, at what point do I get to own the house in a rent to own model? Now, what happens is, initially you would be required to pay a deposit. And the beauty about this deposit is that you can stretch it within a 24-month period. The reason why I'm saying that is because, so currently we do have one rent to own project, whereby once you pay a booking fee and a 10% deposit, you'd be required to pay the balance of that, which would be like an additional 10%. You can stretch it within the 24-month period. Then thereafter, once the development is complete, you can now, if you took a 5-year payment plan or a 10, 20-year payment plan, then once you get to occupy the house, you clear your balance during that period. The third question is, can I finish paying earlier? Yes, you can. Now, what we'd say in this particular case is, at the point of signing up, you'd have a contract in place whereby the terms and conditions are stipulated. So it's always best to, again, just go through the contract and look at the clauses therein. So for example, in this particular case, yes, you can finish making your payments earlier, but then there's some instances where there may be a penalty. So we'd recommend that you look at the terms and conditions in detail, just so that you familiarize yourself with, several eventualities that may happen or occur later, good or bad. Then the fourth one is, are the houses complete? No, the houses are not complete. The development is actually it's still under construction, and we're looking at a timeline of anywhere between 20 to 24 months. So once the project is complete, you begin paying right now. And then we had done a video earlier highlighting why most buyers tend to purchase projects during the off-plan or when they're under construction, simply because there are advantages to it, whereby you have leverage to select the unit that would best suit you. So in this particular case, this particular development is still under construction, and once it's complete, then you get to occupy and continue making your payments. Then the other question is, can I rent out my unit? Yes, you can. So in as much as the goal here is to enable as many people get access to own homes in an affordable way, we do also have a couple of investment buyers. It could be, it's your first investment, or you're a seasoned real estate investor. So yes, once you purchase, you do have an option of renting out the unit, obviously at market rates. So you'd be collecting rent, and you can also, top up, or if the rent matches what your repayments, you can also just pay that. That's still okay. Then the last question is, what if I lose my source of income and I'm no longer in a position to continue with my payments? Now, as we had mentioned earlier, we recommend that you look at the terms and conditions stipulated in the contract that you're going to sign, simply because it could be a scenario whereby you may have a grace period, probably of about 2 to 3 months. So you need to be you need to pay close attention to that. So that in the event that something like this happen, which I mean, you can't predict the future. So in the event of such an occurrence, then you'd know the remedies that are available to you in terms of, just finding a conclusive, solution towards what is currently happening. So yes, you may have a grace period. You also have an option of, if you're living there, you can move out and rent out the unit. You can also choose to sell the unit, introduce another buyer who may be interested, sell out the unit. There are a couple of options that you could explore. So feel free to reach out to us, and we can take you through and guide you through all the steps required. So please be on the lookout for part 3 as we continue and conclude the Rent to Own mini-series. Thank you.